Hello and welcome back to Tiny Ass Kitchen 2 foodies. We are so excited to be up and running again. I'm starting a new series, Mason Jar Salads, because I'm going back to work full time, and it's a great way to get nutrients. It's very portable. I don't kill as much produce because I'm actually using it up, and bonus, I get the hubby on board. He's also eating these, which means he's getting his nutrients as well. Salads are not just a chick thing, especially when you make them like a meal. So it's very convenient, very portable, and inexpensive. Believe it or not, produce is not that much money. So you're eating raw, you're eating natural, you're eating clean. It's a Pinterest salad for sure. But starting you out with the taco salad. So let's get going on that. Okay, I might have misspoke about the clean, I don't know. This is ground beef with taco seasoning. You can also use taco meat. A lot of places sell it with the beef and the cilantro and the onion. Sour cream, salsa, Mexican cheese blend, tomato, black olives, jalapeno, red onion, kidney beans. This is what I'm using, but it's very customizable. I've got a spring mix here. I've got spinach and a spring mix that needs to get used up because it's starting to, get to that point, right? So this is what's so great is leftovers. Now forgive the camera work here. This is my very first video in our new kitchen, so there's a little bit of a learning curve in terms of lighting and angles and all of that. But the important thing is that you always put your dressing at the bottom. For me, I'm just using sour cream and salsa, but you could use ranch and salsa, ranch and avocado, a Southwest dressing. You could use Greek yogurt and salsa. You could do whatever you want. But you always want to put it on the bottom so it doesn't get other stuff soggy. And I'm lazy, I'm not even going to mix up the two before I put it together. But in case you didn't know, salsa and sour cream makes a delicious dressing. I think most people do know that. Anyway, so I'm starting with my dressing base. And you can customize your salsa. You can make it as homemade, have it as hot as you want. You can use any kind of salsa you'd like. You could use even pico de gallo if you didn't want to use like more of a chip salsa like this. This is a roasted pepper salsa. It's delicious. And again, I'm using the ground beef, but you can use the steak taco mix. You could use chicken with taco seasoning, shrimp. You could even forget the meat and you could use an impossible meat, or you could use tofu, or you could just leave it out because you still will have a protein with the beans. I just really love the taco beef, and it's kind of like a deconstructed taco. Now I'm using these beans again, I'm not going to use the whole can, which is why I didn't drain them. Of course, you can also customize your beans. You could use black beans, cannellini beans, pinto beans, Great Northern beans, or you could use no beans. Again, it's kind of like Auntie Fee. You guys need to look her up on YouTube. Rest in peace. She's no longer with us, but she had an amazing cooking channel. And basically her whole motto was like, it's your shit. Do what you want to do. It's your stuff. So basically I'm giving you a blueprint on how to make these. So I'm adding red onion, but again, you could use yellow onion, white onion, scallions. You could use shallots. You could forget the onion. Again, it's all about what you like and don't like. I'm using jalapeno. You could use serrano. You could use habanero. You could use any kind of pepper that you like. You could use red bell pepper, green bell pepper, or no peppers. Again, it's all for you. You could also put some corn in there. I'm using some black olives. I don't think green olives would go at all, honestly. But I like the olives, so I'm putting the olives in. If you don't, you can omit them. I'm putting in a little bit of tomatoes. You could even use tomatillas if you wanted to. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, the green tomatoes. I'm using the Mexican cheese blend. It's got like 4 different cheeses in it. You could use straight cheddar. You could use any kind of cheese. Keep the cheese out. You could use vegan cheese. This is just, we had takeout, and so this is a little bit of leftover salsa from that. Don't want to waste it. Let's use it. Same thing with my spinach. I've got the spinach that's got to go. I'm going to have to make smoothies out of the rest of it. You don't have to use spinach. You could use romaine. You could use iceberg. You could use kale. You could use any kind of green you want. The important thing is that you use a salad green. Hence, it's a mason jar salad. But you find whatever green that you like. You don't have to go, you know, follow this stuff. There are no rules with mason jar salads. I don't care what they tell you on Pinterest. So now I'm using up the spring mix because I need to do that. So I'm just putting a little bit of that in there, and it gives you more of a nutritional boost too, depending on what greens and what stuff you put in there. Obviously it's going to be even better, like superfoods. And I had this leftover shredded green lettuce from when we made some chimichangas, so hey, let's use it up. I hate killing produce. I feel so guilty every time my produce rots, and these mason jar salads really help cut that down. Did I tell you guys they last 5 days in the refrigerator? And if you buy a lot of different produce, you can make different salads without having, you know, like I said, I don't like having the same food every day, but you can definitely customize and mix and match, but still not have to buy 10,000 different produce items for the week. So that's it. And now I just put some crunchy stuff on there, some tortilla chips. Mason jar lids are sold on Amazon that are color coded, and I think I'm going to do that so I can differentiate, because obviously I put some more jalapeno in there for JR, and then that way we know, we can color code the jars so we know, you know, whose is whose. So you might want to do that too. And this is what you do with it. You get a plate, you get a big bowl, you know, a big Tupperware bowl at work, whatever, and then you just dump. Now obviously I'm doing this one-handed, so you're not going to like let it dump everywhere. And yes, sometimes the dressing may stick to the bottom, so you either have to shake or get use what I'm using, which is an iced tea spoon. It's like the longer handled spoons, but that's essentially what you're going to get. You're going to get this beautiful mixed up salad. The dressing's going to go on the top, and that's the spoon I'm talking about. And I'm going to keep that because I'm going to want that for tomorrow, but because I'm not eating this now. But anyway, this is for JR. He's going to take that to work tomorrow. He just throws it in his lunch pail. Boom, done. I hope you guys like this because I have a shit ton more coming.